Hi guys, welcome to this session in Google Sheets. In this module, I want to show you how you can create a table very quickly and add different data types in each column. So when you open a new Google Sheet, you get this popping up which gives you some preset tables. Starts at the top with blank. You can hover your mouse over these and it's going to give you some sort of idea as to what these tables would look like if you did click on them or select them. Lots of different templates, examples you can see down here. But you can also do it yourself. So I'm going to click on blank, insert that, and it'll start off with a blank table. Then I can close this down. So you basically need to just name the columns. So if I just delete column 1 and call that ID, so I've renamed that, and then I can name the table as well, by the way. So I'll just name that Steve for this example. The little drop down arrow gives you the option to select the data type for this column. So number is what I want. So it's going to just be a number column. And then I'll just add a few records there, 5 people. Next one, I'll go for name, call it name. And then I'll set this one to text. So you've got text in that column. And then I'll just type some people's surnames. So Brown, Black, White, Green, and Smith. That's because I can't think of another colour. Next one, I'll go for date of birth. So I'll just double click on that and get rid of that. Date of birth, D of B. And that's going to be a date column. So I'll drop that down. Date. So you've got options there, date and time, but date. And then key command for today's date, not that he was born today, but key command for today's date is control and semicolon, which is similar to Excel. You just type dates in here in a format that it recognizes. So we'll go for that one. And then 1st of the 1st, 24. 2nd of the 2nd, 24. And 3rd of the 3rd, 24, for example. So that's that one. Next column. Let's have a look in there. Column types. So we've got text, we've got drop down. So let's do a drop down. Now when you click on that, it's going to give you data validation. So this is just a wizard to set you up with data validation. I'll name the column in a minute. So I'll just put some options here. So we'll go for Excel and access in there. Access. Add one more. I'll add Word. So I've got Word. So I've got 3 courses. You've got the option there of picking a color. So go red, pink, and blue for those 3. And I'll click on done for that. So now if I just double click and change the title for that one, so that's going to be course. And then you can see that when you've done that, you've got a little drop down. You click on these courses. You can just click whatever you want. Type the first letter like that one. Type W, Word will come up. Type E, Excel will come up to the top, and you can just click them on. So that's the drop down option. Then next one, you've got another column type, which is tick box. I want. So tick box. So this is just ticking on. I'll call that complete. Double click at the top there, get rid of that. Call it status actually, status. So it's either completed the course or not. So next column along, let's move along a little bit. This column, so dropping it down again, column type. You've also got what's called, come across smart chips, and in there you've got all of these. So ranking, click on that one, and then you can just give it a feedback as a title, feedback, and then you can tick some of these. And I'll go for 5 stars. 5 stars for that one, and 3 stars for this one. 4 stars. Okay, now I've run out of columns. So what you've got to do here is click on this little plus to get yourself another one, and then you follow it on and look at some of the other ones. So still column types, and you've got smart tags, and then you've got things like place, people. So people, click on that one first of all, and then you can click on a name. So I'll just go for myself, and I'll just click off it for a second, and then you can just click on that person and it should give you their details if I come across a little bit. So I'll just name the column contact. So contact, and it shows myself eventually. So that's that one, and then I'm going to do another column. This time I'm going for smart chips, and I'm going for place, and then you can click on place. So I'll type in there, I'll go Leeds, so it's coming up Leeds UK. You click on that, and I'll go for this one, Bradford. So you've got Bradford. There's lots of different Bradfords here. Let's go for Bradford UK. There's 2 Bradfords in the UK, Bradford upon Avon. But the idea is you point to it there, look, and it's coming up with Bradford, a little map, and then Leeds comes up with a little map there. I'll just call that, just double click at the top there and get rid of that and call it location. Location. And then one last column. You've got in the smart chips area, you've got finance. So if I click on finance, click on that, and let's just type a company. I'll just type something HSBC. This is going to give you the stock price when you point to that. If I click off it, like so, that's the value of that. So you can do that, and obviously all the way down you'd do that for each person. So that's, I'll just put stock price there on that one. Coming back across here, what you've got in these drop down arrows on all of these columns is the ability to group, sort, filter by. So if I click on filter by first, by this column, what you've got there is filter by, and then you can select something. So take that off, take that off, take that off. So I just want Excel. Click OK to that. That's showing me just Excel. You get that filter symbol there. Bring that back, and then you're just ticking them back on. If you want to narrow the columns in, you can just drag them in. A bit too much, that one. And then that's a bit wide, that one is. So I'm just double clicking on these and it's pulling them across a bit. So I can see most of the, definitely on this one, don't need all that space. Then you're bringing everything into view. So as long as the label is okay, if I click on this button in the corner and do any one of them, it should do them all. So if you go in here and click on back to the main menu, you've got group by column. So I'm on the course column, it's going to group by. So I've got it grouped by there. And it gives you the option to save this view, which I'll then save it. But I don't want to save this view, so I'm going to close that off. And then I'm clicking don't save. And then you're back to square one where you haven't saved it. If you did want to save it, if I go back into it, group by column, and then save view, it's going to ask me to give it a name. Group by course, that'll do. Save. So I've grouped by course, it says group by course there. You can change the name, and then if you close that off at the end, it comes back to how it was. If you want to get back into the group that you've just created, you can go to the data tab and change view, and then you can see the view that you saved. And again, you can knock that off. Don't save. But name this as tables So that is all I want to talk about in this little video, how you can use the table feature to create columns for different data types very quickly, how you can filter and how you can group by a column. So hopefully that video is of use. Thank you for your time and I'll catch you in the next one.